Oh my God. Now, I've got to admit, when it has come to Football Manager, ever since that crap they pulled almost 12 months ago with the stop and start of the release of FM25 and then the eventual delays and the absolute lack of communication since then, I have been, as you have known, an incredible skeptic. But guess what? Football Manager 26 has officially been announced, and I am excited for it and also scared out of my mind still, because what they gave us, well, it ain't a lot. We got a 30-second video released on their Twitter, which is also on their website at footballmanager.com. Now, it does include actual game footage, although they say it is not yet final game footage. That trophy looks fantastic, by the way. Hopefully, this is not just a video, like kind of a rendered, set thing that is going to happen each and every match, where all you're going to see is different color kits and maybe the faces of the players. So I guess that really is what ends up happening. But this looks really sharp, and this gives me a little bit of hope for what I think we might be able to see in the final version of the game when it comes out. When is it coming out, you may ask? Who the hell knows? Fall 2025 is still what has been put out there. Now, I was originally going to do this video anyway, even before this, and I was going to shout out my friend FM Console, who has been such a remarkable source of news of Football Manager in this dark period, this lost era of Football Manager information. So good to see the marketing team is finally back at work here in the middle of August. I am recording this a little bit later than a lot of people, but real job kind of thing. Did not have access to be able to do this in my office, but it is Wednesday the 13th of August, the same day that this information came out. It's just about 6 o'clock Eastern time, which I guess is, I don't know, 5 hours, 8 hours after however long it has been. It really doesn't matter. So we still don't have much. This is why I have trepidation. We still know nothing. We are going to get a first look at match day soon. What the hell is soon? I don't know. But the fact that they have begun this marketing, I don't even want to call it a blitz. They have begun their marketing campaign, although it's absolutely hilarious that they're in their first marketing materials. They are pumping up the Premier League, which makes perfect sense because that is a license they now officially have, and that is great. But the fact that the primary sponsor, or at least one of them, especially in the game day experience aspect of the English Premier League, is EA Sports. So advertisements for EAFC all over the place in Football Manager, which that kind of sucks, I'm not going to lie. But it looks like we are getting improved graphics. It looks like in a lot of these shots, that is a real stadium. Now, whether it's the Amex or Old Trafford or whatnot, because this first shot with the guy walking out it's real. It's not part of the game. But this shot and the one of the players coming out of the tunnel, that is part of the game. They look like three-dimensional crowds. It looks like an actual stand in an actual stadium on an actual pitch. There is texture to the grass. And hopefully, I'm keeping my fingers crossed, this is not just a presentation of here's what it looks like when the players come out, but when you're actually playing the game, it's going to look a lot more like the older versions of Football Manager. And as someone who's actually started taking to the game playing in 2D, so I can really see what my tactic is doing, it's kind of odd that I'm kind of hoping that it is better, but I really, really hope it is better. I am so tired of seeing 100 fans, each one, every fifth one, the same person, all getting up and cheering in the exact same way in time. I am sick and tired of seeing that one giant guy in a wheelchair. No problem with people in wheelchairs attending football matches, but you know the one I'm talking about. The one that looks like he's 3 times the size of a normal human being, because the graphics in Football Manager up until this point have absolutely sucked. Now, one of the things that, again, I'm a little bit hesitant about is in this 30-second video, the only time you see player faces is when it is actual player footage and not actual game footage. Please, dear God, find a way to make the footballers in this game look like real, honest to goodness, live human beings. That all said, we do have our first look at Football Manager 26. It is confirmed to be Football Manager 26, and more news is coming soon. I just hope that actually means something to Football Manager. You may remember not even 14 months ago, when we got our last real developer update before they started rolling out the roadmap, the aborted roadmap for FM25, where they were talking about a higher level of transparency, giving us more information. That is what we as a community wanted. And then they immediately just shut down the shop. They went to, they parked the bus on us and didn't let anything in or out. Hopefully that period is over, and very soon, and by soon, hopefully in the next couple of weeks. I mean, normally we're no less than 6 weeks away, would be my guess, if they go to their normal time, where the game is released in the beginning of November or early November with a beta release or a early access release in the middle of the month of October. Hopefully that actually gets pushed up. I would love a longer beta period, because I feel like with the change to Unity, there are going to be bugs, and it's fine. Every game has bugs. Every game has things that doesn't quite work out. I hope they give us, the actual playing community, those that have spent thousands upon thousands of hours, millions of hours, most likely, if you total all of us together, trying different things and trying to break the game before. Put it in our hands. If we need a longer period to iron out those bugs, I'm fine with it. Just get me FM26, and thank God it is here sooner than April 2163, because half of the people who voted thought that the Vulcans were going to land first.